celebrity ladder,
Yes.
Dill, who won? Who was top dog?
Who was top? It had, in terms of online following, it'll have to be Charlotte Crosby, who is from Geordie Shore, and so which is like obviously the British version of Jersey Shore, and so she has been pretty much living in reality TV world for the last 10 years, and she's got like 7 million followers. And the coolest thing about the jungle is that you can't escape each other. You're so pretty much you're in the one camp area
Yeah,
for
that,
12.
that does sound cool.
Well, let me explain. Let me say it. Well, the coolest thing about it is, so because you'd have all these preconceived notions about people before you go in, maybe that it immediately is broken down because you're forced to interact with people just as human beings. And I think Charlotte had probably never met anyone like me who didn't know who she was and couldn't subsequently Google her. Like, you know what I mean? It had been a while, I guess, that she'd met someone like that. And it meant that and she had no clue who the fuck I was. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. I didn't have any clue who I was. And it meant that we had to connect as like literally as human beings because it didn't matter how many followers she had or how small my career is. So it meant that we just connected and we actually became really good buds in there, like genuinely good pals because there's no pretense. You just end up having to chat as one on one. And then later on, after like we really got close, I was like, "So Charlotte," I'm like, "You're rich, aren't you?" She goes, "Yeah." I'm like, I'm like, "Okay, how rich? Let me get an assessment." I'm like, "What car do you drive?" She's like, "A Bentley." I'm like, "Fuck."
Wow.
Yeah, she's so like genuinely like just she's just an open book. She's just like genuinely telling me about how excited she was when she was able to, buy her nan a house, and so that the nan doesn't have to ever worry about where she needs to live. And it was just a really cool kind of way to chat to someone because she's known for being this outrageous party girl, right? And which she is. She's no denying it. But it's also nice to hear about her being able to transfer that into like an entrepreneurship, where basically she has all these other businesses off the back of her brand as as an influencer or whatever. That she's just launched a whole bunch of I think it's like beauty products. I think there's like cookbooks and exercise books. And she herself is just a massive pisshead, and she loves that she was able to build a career so huge purely based on being herself. So it was really nice to kind of chat to someone like that because for her, there's nothing left to shame her about. Like she's done all kinds of stupid stuff on that Geordie Shore TV show that she's like, oh, there's nothing that people can strip away from me now. This is just me all the time. And it's so cool to chat to someone like that. So she was the biggest on the ladder for sure.
To hear this full episode, search Manchester Lane Radio on your podcast app of choice. To watch the visually enhanced version, search Manchester Lane Radio on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss the next episode, or just go to theshorestore.com for all the audio and video, as well as plenty of other good stuff.